What's going on, Tom?
I'm doing a radio show, George.
Okay.
Hey, I did the ultimate cutback. I married a Jehovah's Witness.
That's one way to say about holiday shopping.
People get way too butthurt about what people say these days, and it's ridiculous.
Way too butthurt. I like that. Here's how it works. I don't want to buy gifts for anybody, but if anyone wants to get me a gift, I'm all in favor.
There you go.
What if I told you there's a gourmet restaurant in town that makes the best food, but you can't come within 6 inches of it? I tell you what, strip clubs are so popular, I'm going to do that. We're going to get our friend Eric Greenspan, one of the great chefs. We're going to open a restaurant that's going to be the equivalent of a gentleman's club. He's going to make gourmet food, but we're not going to allow you to get within 6 inches of it. And you're going to have to pay a cover charge to get in, and we're going to have $14 well drinks. Wait till we get to the desserts. Oh, my God, they look great.
Smell the beef coming up. Wouldn't that be fun?
Look at this. Here comes the chocolate souffle. You have to order 30 minutes before it's delivered to the table. Now, there it is, sliding down the pole. Oh, yes, with a side of vanilla ice cream. Here it is, dessert, gentlemen. Be sure to tip your waitress well. And remember, don't touch. That is one hot dessert, huh, guys? Look at it. Look at it. Oh, that's right. Remember, no payoff here. You look at the food, but you do not touch. There's the Vice Squad coming in. Of course, we give them a free table. Ah, yes, so you spent an evening looking at some beautiful shrimp and scallops, lobster. Of course, we had some pasta. We had some Kobe beef. You had a chance to get a real good look at it. And you wrap it up by looking at dessert. When you go home to your wife, what does she give you? A little tuna helper? Some shake and bake? Maybe a little Sunny Delight on the side? But, when guys are hungry, they like to go out and look at the good stuff. It's going to be the first gentleman's club when there are no dancers, just gourmet food. Are you kidding? We'll be packed to the gills. I can't wait. Are you kidding me? Somebody want to get in on this business idea? A strip club made up of nothing but food coming to a neighborhood near you.
From Hollywood, it's the Tom Leykis Show.
I am a golden god!
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning into the Tom Leykis Show. Wide open telephones on this Friday, toll free at 1-800-5800-TOM. It's 1-800-5800-866. We can talk about anything that's on your mind, and anything can happen. And now we take the calls faster. We take more of them. So you got a better shot at getting through. If you don't believe me, try it. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's 1-800-5800-866. Cedric on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, I was all pumped up when I first called you, but I've been on hold for so long. But I'm still going to tell you about this OJ thing.
Yeah.
Why is everybody so worried about it? Like, I'm white, and it seems like mostly all white people think they're, that OJ deserves all this. What do they care? What business is it of theirs? And black people, what are they so concerned about? OJ was the whitest black man in the world. If he was a proud black man, he would have never married that gold digger he was married to. And Ron Goldman, he's the biggest joke, because if someone killed one of my kids when he was at one of those book signings or something, I'd walk up with a .45 and blast his head. I mean, he was just a gold digger, too. He just wanted money, that's all. There's no way I could live my life knowing I knew who killed my child. You know what I mean?
But why would you want to live? Why would you want to then put yourself in prison for the rest of your life?
Who cares? Who cares? Your life is over.
And by the way, could you really handle it?
If somebody murders your child, your life is over.
It's not over. Your life is not over.
if you know who killed your child, how could you live with yourself without doing something?
I mean, maybe
I'm different than you, Tom.
I love myself more than anybody.
But you don't have any children, so you don't really know. So, I can understand that. You don't know that.
I love kids. I just spent 4 days with my nephew at my home. And I will tell you, I love him to death. But I would not kill myself or get myself killed or get myself put in prison for the rest of my life over it.
Well, I don't know why everybody's so concerned, because all these rich people, they live these freaked-out lives and stuff like that. They don't live in my neighborhood, and I will never see them, so I'm not concerned about it. And, Tom, I love your show. Could you take me out, JFK Sr., and thank you, Jesus.
Yes, yes, I can.
Thank you, Jesus.
It's 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number on Wide Open Telephones. Let's say hello here to Chris on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey there, Dad.
Hey, son, how are you?
I'm doing very well. I'm doing even better because I am on my way to Vegas right now.
Very nice.
Yes, sir. We just passed the San Antonio winery.
Okay.
So we made a wrong turn, but we're fixing that right now. Actually, Tom, I just called to find out what your views are on the Pacquiao De La Hoya fight.
Well, if I thought it was just going to be another win for Oscar De La Hoya, maybe I'd watch it at home on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But because I've been watching boxing regularly now for the past several years, and because I've seen Pacquiao's last 3 fights,
yeah,
I believe this is a guy who could beat Oscar De La Hoya. I do. Now, will he? I don't know. But I think he could.
The only thing I'm thinking is, De La Hoya's dropping weight. Pacquiao's got to gain some, and De La Hoya's got that 6-inch reach, right? It's 6 inches?
Yeah, but Pacquiao is a machine.
He is. He's quick, like Gibson.
I've never seen anything like it.
No, he's very fast. I'm actually.
I'll tell you what. This is nothing like that last fight that De La Hoya had. Who was the guy? Steve Forbes. He hasn't. I haven't seen Steve Forbes get pummeled like that since he proposed the flat tax. I mean, it was really unbelievable.
Yeah. I love watching Pacquiao. He's got an iron chin, you know. He's been wobbly. His legs will get wobbly, and he'll still come back and throw them fiery blows. You know, I've got my money on Pacquiao, and I'm hoping to win a little bit more. You know.
Well, now they're not allowed to take action on that at the MGM Grand. Are they going to do that at the other sports books? You know, I've never been to Vegas for a big fight. I've always gone at Staples Center or Madison Square Garden in New York. I wonder if you can even bet on that fight.
You don't. Really?
Well, I know when the NBA All-Star Game was in Vegas, none of the sports books took action on that game.
Oh, no.
So I really wonder. And when there have been college basketball games played there, no action. So, yeah, I don't know what the answer is. Boy, I'd love to gamble and make it even that much more fun.
Exactly. Even the pick it not going more than 9.5. You think it'll go more than 9.5 rounds?
Well, Pacquiao's last fight, I believe, went almost the distance, if I recall. May have gone the distance. That was a great fight, by the way. I don't know if you saw that. But I got to say that I think this has the potential to go all the way.
Really?
I do.
My thought is, are they just going to go, I'm thinking they're going to go heads up, and it's going to be a straight brawl. Because, Pacquiao's a real brawler, and De La Hoya's not one to back down, so I'm thinking they're going to go shot for shot the whole fight.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. I think you're going to see 12 rounds of action. I don't think they're going to be dancing around the ring for 6 rounds. I think they're just going for it.
Fighters.
Yeah.
All right, Tom. Well, I'll take a drink to maybe running into you on the strip someplace.
Well, I'm not going far. I'm going to the MGM. That's where I'm going. I'm gonna go to the MGM. I'm gonna see the fight, and I'm all worked up. I'm very worked up about this.
I'm giddy like a schoolgirl in heat. All right, Tom. Well, can you take me? You know what? I want to say a big word up to my buddy MGZ, and we'll see when we get to Vegas. And if you could take me out with a bong rip, a thank you, Jesus, and a shotgun, please.
All right, Chris, I can. Here you go.
Thank you, Jesus.
1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Wide open telephones. Ralph on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
What's up, Dad? Southgate checking in, by the way, baby.
Yes.
Okay, so first I want to mention, I'm a 416 iron worker, and the reason I mention that is because, I literally break my back for my money, come on. But because of that, I've been listening to you about taking care of my money. Right. So I went out and bought The Millionaire Next Door, like you say. It's very helpful, and I just started tapping into it a little bit, and it's already making me see things a little differently. And
I think that's great, because that's exactly what I think that book did to a lot of people. By the way, when I read that book, when I saw it, I was going page by page going, that's me, that's me, that's me, oh, that's definitely me. Like that. Yeah,
it's already starting to do that to me. And see, here's the question, because my sister has been dating this guy for about 5 years, and through that time, he's also become a really good friend to me. Outside of whatever he has going on with my sister, the guy is totally, legit. And I like him a lot. And he's always talking about, saving his money and doing better in life. So for Christmas, I want to give him the book as a, self-help thing and keep, get him on the right track on all that kind of stuff. But see, Tom, let's say one day, for some reason, I don't know, he breaks up with my sister, and it's like a nasty breakup, and you know what? I just helped him with his life, and now I don't like the guy, and there he goes, and
maybe your sister would be better off without him.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. Yeah, exactly, but why would I want? Why would I want to help?
Well, then why give him any gift at all?
Well, hopefully, if things work out for him, even if with my sister it works out with him, they'll be doing all right, both of them,
Well, I think this is one case where you take your chances.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. The Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. Did you see how short that break was? Jesus. You have to stay tuned. You have to keep listening. You got no choice. And join us tomorrow live from Las Vegas from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.1 FM Talk as we begin our 6-day week broadcasts. That's right, tomorrow 2 to 6. And I'll be live from Las Vegas. I'm going to the De La Hoya Pacquiao fight tomorrow night. So there you go. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Well, let's say hello here to Howie on the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom, what's going on?
Not much, Howie.
Yeah, check it out. I'm calling you because you've got a great fiscal mind, and I want to start a business, and I think I should talk to you first. And the thing is, I want to start a dispensary or a collective to, sell medical marijuana.
Right.
What do you think about that?
I don't think those people are getting rich. I also believe the amount they have to spend on attorneys and the risk they have that the feds are going to come in and overrule California and bust them and shut them down is a very real risk.
Yeah.
I like businesses with more predictable outcomes. I would rather do something more boring. When I read stories about these people who make handles for caskets or who make shoelaces, these are businesses that are really boring, but there's a lot of money to be made.
Yeah, it seems like a cup-hold industry. There's always something you can add to it, like a car. One of the
perennially profitable businesses is the Clorox Corporation in Oakland, California. Clorox bleach. It's cheap, it's boring, it's the same old thing, and they make money hand over fist.
I believe it.
So the ones that are more interesting, like selling pot in a dispensary, while certainly entertaining to think about. Yeah, it's like my dad always wanted to own a bar. He said when he retired, he was going to open a bar. And I'm like, do you really want to be breaking up bar fights or get sued by somebody for a DUI? I mean, what? You could be selling, something else. that has less controversy attached to it.
That's true, but pot has been a cash crop for America before. And I think
but back when it was legal.
That's true.
Which, the legality now in California is a gray area. Plus, we all know that this is a joke, the way they hand out these cards for medical marijuana. Come on. Doctor, I'm feeling stressed out. Okay, I think you need pot. All right, great.
Well, do you think Obama's going to do anything to change up, and not so much the laws, but get the DEA off?
Well, here's the thing. I think Obama's got so much on his plate. I really think the stuff that I care about, like the FCC, or you care about, like pot laws, probably are about 20, 30 items down the list.
If not more, yeah.
I mean, come on. The economy's in the crapper. We've got a war in Iraq we can't afford to pay for, and he wants to get the troops out of there. There's a million things that have to be done.
It's true. But remember this, Tom, weed will get you through those times when you have no money. So.
Well, and I'm sure you'll continue to tell the doctor you're feeling stress, and you'll continue to get yours.
Definitely. All right, blow me up, Tom.
Here you go, baby. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. Here comes Mike on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Mr. Tom, how you doing?
I'm doing okay, Mr. Mike.
I'm a truck driver from Jimmy Carter's country, Plains,
really?
Georgia.
Is that so?
Yeah, I got a partner with me. His name Tony. We come out here every week, and we listen to your show. And I just wanted to call in to tell you that I'm an African-American, and I think both of them cases, O.J. was wrong for what he did. Now, I also say, if I get by one crime, I go somewhere and sit my hand down. But when you got money, money ain't always the answer.
Well, all I can say is that O.J. had money, I think, in the first trial, and had less this time, because he spent pretty much all his money getting himself off the hook the first time.
That's right. And I listen to you. I'm 46 years old. I ain't married, and I ain't got no kids. And I enjoy my life. Driving this truck back and forth from Georgia out here to California. And I meet women, and I do what I have to do to them and move on.
Really?
I'm 46. I ain't never been married, and I ain't got no kids.
Okay,
but I enjoy my life because I drive this truck. I ain't finna be out here worried about what's going on back home with them women. So
now, when you come to L.A., where do you meet women?
Where do I be at?
In L.A., where do you meet women?
Oh, at them truck stops. They be at them truck stops. Yeah, down there in Ontario, at that TA. Right now I'm in Walnut, California.
Yeah, is there a rest stop there in Walnut?
It's a Hardee's down there with truck parking.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Now, what kind of chicks are at those truck stops? I have to know.
Well, now, they nice-looking chicks. But now, when they knock on the truck, though, they want from $80 to $100.
Oh, they charge for their services.
Yep. But, you know, some of them is worth it. Some of them is not. But if I feel like I want them, I try it. But if I don't, I don't, you know. Don't
you ever tell these girls, hey, my time is worth something, too?
Right. Sometimes I get them in the truck and talk to them. I say, hey, pay me $80. Cause we both working. You getting pledges, I'm getting pledges. I'm working and you work. Pay me for my time.
What do they tell you?
They get out the truck. So they like, it's all about them, not about me, because the same bills you got, I got. So help me pay mine.
I agree.
Yeah, but I'm 46 years old. I don't want no wife. I was telling my buddy here. Me and him talk. I said, I don't want them. I ain't going to never get married. Because I got a happy life now. And women come into your life to bring you miserable. You know, like, right. You know, me and him were talking. He was telling me that he met this girl and she said, I don't want you for your money. I got credit cards. And I told him, I said, tell her to call them credit cards and see if they maxed out. And when they tell you, yeah, they maxed out, and then say, hey, that's what you want me for, my money. because your car had maxed out.
Look at that.
I ain't going out like that. I take care of my mama, and that's it. But these women out here, I trust them by life. God trust the devil.
Look at that. And in Georgia, where do you meet chicks?
They got a strip down there. They got strip clubs and all that.
Really?
Yeah, and they walk the street at night and day and all. But if I feel like I want one, I grab them and do what I got to do and bye. I stay by myself. I got my own apartment. Then I don't only just mess with them, Can I meet girls, you know, and lure them in and bring them over to my house and show my house. Oh, you got this by myself. And I just play with them like they going to do me. Because if I get involved with them, when I come out here to L.A., they going to say, oh, he gone, come on. So I play them at their game like they do me. But I don't want no wife. I'm not going to never get married. I'm going to drive this truck and save my money. I got enough money saved up now. I can choke a giraffe.
I'll bet you could. Thanks for that report from the front.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Yeah.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-866. The Tom Leykis Show.
Wide open telephones, the Tom Leykis Show. With shorter commercial breaks, more phone calls, taking them faster. What can I do? Michael on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing? I'm calling from Vancouver, Canada.
Vancouver, Canada. Very nice.
Yeah. About 3 weeks ago, you said something that kind of made my head spin. You said you would never date a woman who had a page on MySpace or Facebook. What's your rationale for that?
No, what I'm saying is I would not have a relationship with somebody like that. I think women who have MySpaces or Facebooks, I think they're hot to trot. But you don't want to fall in love with a woman like that because she's hot to trot for whoever her newest friend request is.
Yeah, because I had a story to tell you. I dated a woman for 4 years. She's 48 years old. She went on this Facebook. They have a game called Naughty Friends. She hooked up with this 32-year-old who was from South Africa, and by chance he came to Vancouver for business, and they hooked up.
Well, so you're proving my point here.
You know, this is somebody that guy has some moral value to her, and was about something. She's 48 years old, and single mom, and you know, just an average girl, and she hooked up with this 32-year-old, who's, you know why the 32-year-old is going on with her?
Yeah, to get laid.
Yeah, you know, and I was just, sometimes kind of disappointed when when you think older people have morals and will learn better and try to be more decent, just let you down and be stupid.
Well, don't ever assume people have more morals because they're older or because they're female or because they're particular religion. This is stereotyping, too.
Yeah, but wouldn't you think somebody 48, you know, have some life experience, would consider...
Well, let's take someone like that, for example. How about Madonna? Madonna was married to Guy Ritchie and had a baseball player named Alex Rodriguez coming up to her apartment every night.
But wouldn't you say that's more of a Hollywood thing instead of more common people?
No, I really don't. I live in Hollywood. I think immorality is everywhere, and it's not just in Hollywood.
Yeah, and it seems like the more technology, the more we advance in technology, more people in general seem to get dumbed down a bit. You ever notice that? I
don't know if we're dumber. Being less moral has nothing to do with being dumber. More technology means you have more opportunities to cheat on someone.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, when my mom was my mom, she didn't have a Facebook page. No, nobody was calling my mom a MILF.
Yeah, really.
I mean, my mom didn't have 6 email addresses and her own cell phone and her own voicemail. So my mom had to stay home, be a good girl.
Yeah, and back then our parents had more values, more morality then.
By the way, I do believe that people cheat because they can. The more opportunities people have, the more likely it is they will cheat.
Yeah, okay.
And you have more opportunities now than ever because there's more places you can leave your name and your email address. You can have people call you at secret phone numbers. You've got Skype. You've got a million ways that people get in touch with you.
Yeah, really.
And that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Used to be only rich people were like that, but now anybody can get phone calls and emails, and no one else knows about it.
Yeah. You know, and up here in a smaller city like Vancouver versus L.A., you'd be amazed as to the things I see on a daily basis at adult people with children. Like this woman had a 17-year-old daughter. She's trying to set an example for her, and she's on Facebook with a phony picture, Tom. She didn't even use a real picture. She used a phony picture.
Well, it doesn't matter how big the city is anymore, because when you're on Facebook, everybody's from the same city.
Yeah, she used
the internet.
She didn't even have confidence in herself. She used a phony picture she took from some magazine.
Did she get laid? Did she get laid there?
Her and the guy hooked up. After that, I never questioned it and just kind of moved on. But just kind of.
There you go.
But it just burns me in my head that something like that would happen.
Well, it's happening all over the place, so don't be surprised if it happens again. Aaron on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, I had a wine question for you.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to Costco to get some Shiraz.
Yeah.
What do you want to chill that at? What temperature?
Well, to me, red wine should be drunk at what we call cellar temperature. And cellar temperature is about 55 to 58 degrees Fahrenheit.
So that's about a normal fridge?
No, a normal fridge is under 40 degrees. That's too cold, but you can use a normal fridge to get the temperature down in that vicinity. The idea is to put it in there for a while until the bottle is cold to the touch, but you don't want it to where the bottle is like fogging up because it comes out of the fridge and the outside air is so warm that the bottle gets a little foggy. You just want it chilled enough so the glass of the bottle is cold.
Okay, well, thanks for the education. Could you blow me up old school?
Yes, I can. 1-800-5800-TOM. Here's Joe on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hello, Dad.
Hello, son.
All right, so this is my situation. I met this woman who's about 3 years older than me. She's married. And when I first met her, we were just, like, cool with each other, friends. And then, we started talking a little bit more intimately. And she started telling me about, her problems with her husband, this and that. And I listened to your show, so I kind of just played it how, I think you would want me to play it. So I ended up, sleeping with her. And we were having, like, I guess, an affair. And, I kind of get the feeling that, she's not only not getting in the bedroom from him, but she's also not getting any emotional, stuff from him.
That's the main reason that married women have affairs. They're hoping to get some emotional connection, and you're just looking to get laid. So
definitely,
the rubber's going to meet the road here somewhere along the way, where she's going to say, "What am I to you? What am I? I'm just here to give you sex? Is that all I am?" And then,
so how do I? So if you were, obviously you've been in my position. So when's the opportune time to get out? Just whenever I've just had enough with it? Is that what you'd suggest?
I suggest you get out before you've had enough and before you get into a situation where you have to get out.
Ooh.
Because the fact is, she's married.
Correct.
And every time you do this, you run the risk of getting caught.
All right. I know that.
So you've gotten away with a certain amount. And if you think that she's going to start becoming emotional or start making emotional demands, it's time to start exiting.
Yeah, I've played the field. I know pretty much, how it goes. I've never been in a situation with a married woman. That's why I'm calling you. I figure there's no better person to give me the advice. But, all right, so just a situation. Just hit it and quit it, right?
Hit it and quit it.
All right, thanks a lot. Blow me up, Tom.
Here you go, Joe. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Chris on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. I need your help.
All right.
Well, I'm walking up a staircase right now to this girl's house. She's 19 years old. I'm 22. I have a girlfriend that lives in San Diego, about 2 hours away.
Why do you have a girlfriend?
That's a good question.
Well, answer it.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, okay, you're an idiot.
No, right now I'm pacing back and forth. I'm hoping this other girl doesn't hear me on the phone right now. and wondering if I should actually go in and do this.
I don't think you should have a girlfriend. You should be able to do this without having to worry about it.
That's very true. So, are you
This is exactly why you shouldn't have a girlfriend. Because at 22, you're going to have these opportunities. Why should you be giving them up?
I definitely shouldn't, but like at the moment right now, it's kind of hard to work my way.
Well, by the way, where do you live?
I live in Newbury Park, California.
So you live in Newbury Park, and she lives in San Diego. So we're talking about 150 miles away?
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. Where's she, college? What is she doing down there?
Yeah, she's going to UCSD.
If you think she's not down there getting laid, yeah, you are dreaming, pal. Do you think when a girl goes to school, and there she is surrounded by all these young guys, they're not going to say to her, hey, would you like to go to a movie? Hey, a friend of mine's having a kegger. You want to come?
Well, she tells me she's just, sitting at home, and she calls me at 11 o'clock every night.
That's what they all say. Yeah, but where is she at 11:30?
That's a good question.
That's one of my favorite old tricks, you know? Here's what I used to use all the time. This was a good one. When I was screwing around, I'd be on the road, so I would arrive in another city, like, let's say, I don't know, Seattle, and arrive there like 9:30 at night. So I'd get on the phone, I'd call home. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, boy, that was a tough flight. I'm tired. So I figured I'd call you before I crash. Okay, then you spritz out a little cologne and you walk out the door.
Yeah.
That's, you see. So the old trick about calling every night at 11 o'clock, come on. Do you really believe that? You really believe?
Well,
you think she goes Betty by after that?
I got all that, Tom, but I'm out here outside the front door, and I'm just wondering if I should knock or not.
Look, I don't tell people about morality. I don't lecture about morality because I'm a very bad boy, and I've done very bad things.
Well, it's not like I haven't done it before, but...
Oh, so you've already done this before?
Yeah, but, sometimes you try to change.
No, pal. What do you think she's doing tonight? Friday night? College girl at San Diego? She's probably hot, too, right?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. You think she's just sitting down there twiddling her thumbs?
All right, well, Tom, thank you very much, and I'd like to actually take this opportunity to take myself out old school. So
really?
Here I go.
All right.
Thank you.
Now that girl definitely heard you. Unbelievable. I'm about to cheat. I just don't know if I should go in and do it. Are you kidding me? She's getting boned 6 ways from Sunday down there in San Diego. Are you kidding me? I've been to San Diego. I've seen the girls. I know how this works. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Wide open telephones on the Tom Leykis Show. We do it every Friday. More of your telephone calls are coming up.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Wide open telephones. Anything goes here. Anything at all. Let's say hello to Kenneth on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, how you doing tonight, Tom?
I'm doing okay.
I got a question for you. I got a 16-year-old stepson. He's a good kid, straight-A student, just does not respect me, though. What do I do about that?
Well, first of all, stepsons are a tricky issue because you're not his father.
Exactly. But, I encourage him to talk to his father. His father has things to do with him. I don't try to cut that off. His father even said, he was having problems with him.
Right.
He's disrespecting his mother, his sister, I just don't know what to do.
What does your wife think?
She don't know what to do.
Well, if you said to your wife, he's going to go live with his dad, would she have a problem with that?
Well, he was living with his dad. He just recently moved with us.
Because he was too much problem for his dad.
Right.
Why did you take that on?
You know, I love my wife, and it's her son, and for her.
Right, I understand that. But the problem is, you're not this boy's father. He's at a time in his life when he's going to be reacting and getting upset.
You know, I was hell on wheels when I was 16. And I try to give some kind of lenience to that, and it's just real tough.
Well, all I can say to you is this. If it were up to me, I think a boy should be with his father. Okay. And if his father's having problems, his father's going to have to deal with it.
Okay.
I really do believe that. And, you know, I mean, look, you're going to have to at some point choose, because I'm sure this is affecting your marriage.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, me and her argue a lot. I won't say all the time, but a lot.
Your marriage comes first. If this boy has a father, you should send him there.
Okay.
And you should tell your wife, or tell the kid, or tell his father, look, I'm not going to put my own marriage in jeopardy over this. His dad should step up to the plate, be a man to this kid. And
that's a tough call. That's a tough call on whether his dad, you know, is able to man up and do it.
Well, you know, that gets back to your wife's judgment in marrying and having children with an irresponsible or unwilling individual.
Yep. Exactly. And you know what? I sure appreciate it. I love your show, and so far I've heard nothing but good coming out of the show.
Well, I appreciate that, Kenneth.
I'm a first-time caller, and you know what? You just got a new listener.
Sound good to me. Thank you, Kenneth. Appreciate that. 1-800-5800-TOM. Virgil on the Tom Leykis show. Hello. Virgil is gone. Here's Ryan. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, yeah, I just wanted to talk about online gambling and how the U.S. government is trying to ban it. For those of you that don't know, they attached this bill on a port security bill to ban online gambling. And what they did was, it was all last minute. And I think it was Bill Frist who attached this to a port security bill, trying to just take away America's pastime. And I was just wondering what you felt about this new legislation.
Well, I'm a libertarian, and that means I don't believe there should be any laws against gambling at all.
I see.
Anybody who wants to gamble should be able to gamble in any technology that is available to them. And, you know, just like they shouldn't be banning alcohol because there are people who can't control themselves. They tried that, and that didn't work. Banning gambling or restricting gambling also. You know, the vast majority of people gamble responsibly. Those who can't should not be able to deny the rest of everybody their fun.
Yes, I agree. And if these politicians are trying to ban online gambling just because of the degenerates online, I still don't think it's going to change their addictive personalities. They're still going to travel to L.A., go to Commerce, spend their paychecks. I mean, banning online gambling...
Well, it's just... Look at the hypocrisy of having casino gambling illegal in California, unless you're an Indian tribe.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, yeah, people should be able to have casinos, whether they're Indians or not. Everybody should be able to have a casino.
The thing is, all these sites are offshore. They're not held in the U.S. So I think what they're trying to do is, since they can't tax it, they're just trying to ban it altogether.
What are they going to do, declare war on Costa Rica? I mean, come on.
I agree. Yeah, so there's a group out there called the Poker Players Alliance, which has around 1 million members, and it's a lobbyist group in Washington, and this still couldn't stop the finalization of this bill. So pretty much by 2009, banks are going to have to stop dealing with poker players altogether. And as a matter of fact, NetTeller, which was the middleman between the banks and the poker sites, it broke up. And they're now trying to prosecute the leaders behind NetTeller. and actually give them jail time just for creating this company. So this is absolutely ridiculous. The U.S. government trying to impose their laws on, you know, pastimes such as poker, and I just think it's
I totally agree with you. Again, people who can't control themselves, whether it's eating or gambling or drinking, the fact that they can't control themselves doesn't mean that the vast majority of responsible people should be punished.
I agree. And your good old friend McCain was one of the main sponsors behind this.
Of course he was.
On his platform on the Internet, and it specifically said that he was trying to curb online gambling. So that's one of the reasons why I voted Obama this year.
Yeah. Well, of course, I'm not convinced that Barack Obama has any strong opinion in this area either.
Well, I do know he's a poker player, but I don't think, I mean, his agenda is so huge this year that I think it's got to be on the very bottom.
Probably so.
Poker players out there are screwed in terms of politics.
Well, I think you're right about that. George on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, Tom. I was calling in for some advice. You know, like this year I graduated from high school.
Right.
Right now I'm going to college, and I currently have 2 jobs. You know, I'm making $25,000 a year. That's pretty good starting off, you know.
Right.
And the reason why I was calling in is because I've been wanting to, like, get a car and all that, but just my credit history, you know, since I'm brand new and everything, even though I'm making good money for my age.
Yeah, but that's not very good money, and certainly the credit reporting agency is not going to be very excited about it either.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, I'm not working. You know, they're both like part-time jobs, but you know,
well,
it's still fairly good money.
The way you build credit history, of course, one way is to go to your bank, get a secured credit card. That means you deposit, say, $500 in a savings account, and that gives you a Visa card for $500, backed up by your deposit. That's one of the most common ways to establish credit. If you handle that card responsibly and pay on time, you'll move up the credit food chain. Good luck. Our email address, tom@blowmeuptom.com.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.